Most welcome to Unified Field. I hope you truly enjoy this month of August, and I've been in a retreat for about 7 weeks, and I just, I loved every inch of it, because everything for everybody on the planet is coming true. We want the truth while it's up there, and we need to take care of truth right now, and knowing how to deal with it simply comes down to deleting the old and moving into your own delight. Delete, de-elite speaks for itself, right? Removing the elite measurements in your own physical structure and cellular output makes you become so authentic. We don't need the boring stuff moving into Ascension. Man, that is big fun. That is pulling all the guitar strings into the highest level you can possibly imagine, because your imagination matters. Look at Jeff Beck, if he pulls his guitar the last string and cuts it down and moves and blows through it, bam, bam, bam. That is Ascension. That is fun. That is doing what you need to do in order to get where you want to get. And that is becoming you and claiming it. I must agree, sifting through my own stuff, which was pretty much surprising this month, and sometimes really yawning while doing my fitness stuff. I simply started to talk to my cellular structure, to my light body parts, and I said, hey, listen, you are going to break through like hell. You are going to be an athlete day one and not pull anything backwards. So I commanded the elements into my physical structure, into every detail of my muscular output, and knowing how to breathe that through. Oh man, I was going wild today, because my cells listen to what I bring through, and that's what it's all about. Command what you want, imagine it, bring it through, and do not ever waver again. I mean, you are worth self-esteem, you are worth strength, especially mental strength, your own psychology. So this is really a time to delete and move into the light of light codes. Light codes are so simple. They come through waves of light. They come through symbolism, to mathematics, to whatever you perceive in your personal space with your source. So you are not alone. You are never, ever alone. Only, please don't depend on the outside world. You can depend on your source 1000%, 24/7. So how is that? It's a matter of trusting. It's not a matter how I cannot channel my stuff, etc., etc. I cannot trust. There is no time for all of that. There is time to be in a high vibration, trusting every thought that comes out of you, and trusting especially the beautiful voice that is you, that comes from spirit consciousness loaded in the body 24/7, and saying goodbye to everything that fractured you. It happened to everybody, so we are done with complaints. We need to take care, we need to take responsibility and vibrate inside out and do what is really expected from you. And so what happens is your source, the universe, gives you everything you need to know on a golden platter. It's up to us to consume it with respect, with humility, and have fun with it, because Ascension without fun, that is no Ascension. That is degrading yourself. So from here on, I will be teaching classes that will be big fun and make you vibrate inside out and make you think and collaborate, especially. I don't know, many might have listened to some videos. I was talking about the eye brain. So this is really the time when your director and coordinator in the brain directs all the faculties in one big, beautiful fashion. And that is the fashion you will work on in the coming months. And that is the fashion like a collection of many vibrations you will be able to put out fearless, completely fearless, because I mean, there is nothing that can hold you back right now if you stream in your direct connect with your source. So all I do is pull all my alignments, my whole life, everything I do, every single minute in this world, pull that on divine will, what is divinely willed and divinely required at a particular time. And so you can't possibly go wrong. So here my first output today would be bringing all the inputs I had in the last couple of years together in one beautiful river of light. So it streams together. I've been educated by Spirit in the most difficult departments of psychology, meaning with people who were on a high level of psychosis, with little children being abused, and especially youth. So here, bringing all these particles together on life programs where everybody can benefit on the same vibrating life levels, living light programs. So everybody can be put in the highest level of their self-esteem, their self-discovery, and their authentic potential. An example of this would be like if, for example, I have to put up a band, a brand new band with musicians playing out in university and learning about music. I would give each of these 5 particular entities the highest level of their capacity and merge that with the capacity of all these 5 peoples. So for example, we have a guitarist who is really excellent at playing the guitar, very intelligent and just plays it through. But he misses out in, for example, understanding the intelligence of the drummer, the intelligence of putting lyrics down and stuff. So I'll leave him with his excellent on the guitar, still merge it with the understanding levels of, for example, the singer who will pull down the lyrics like magic, becoming the magician and opening up exclusively high vibrational lyrics. And we have a drummer who is excellent at playing chess and putting puzzle pieces together, but doesn't have the intelligence to understand how the notes or the intelligence of the guitarist is being put together. So I will put that particular entity in his authentic power and let that fuse with the other faculties, these all other 5 people, so he can break through higher levels of his own power with the understanding of the other faculties. Because when we coordinate faculties, we have a prime director that puts it together so in such a fabulous way you can't possibly go wrong. And that kind of education or re-education is really needed for everybody willing to move with the light on earth, turn light earth, and so moving out of the dumbing down of the earth fractures. And that is what is happening right now. and that is accepting the highest level of truth, that is reconnecting with the universe and with your particular let's say faculties or power and potential and skills that you loaded from many lifetimes can come back together in this lifetime. So how beautiful is that going to be, right? That is all about truth. That is ascension. And so ask yourself, why would you want ascension in the first place? Why did you want it? What did it mean to you? To me, it meant only a purification process. To me, it meant being one with spirit, because I wanted to know all about neurology and science, metaphysics, and trying to understand that on my own. So here, for me, these faculties are coming together because I'm seeing these faculties in my cellular output. And when I load that, I could see my body once in a while with all gold bubbles. There were all gold bubbles, like I was looking at my structure and I thought, hell, what is that? Bubbles. So the universe directed me in looking up bubbles. What is a light bubble? What does it mean? How do you communicate with light bubbles in the body and your energy fields? And so, you know, the story goes on. We can investigate, but these things that are of our particular interest, right? So here, putting faculties together and putting somebody in their highest level of, let's say, value. Actually, it's value, because from value comes power, comes authenticity, comes self-esteem, and comes your authentic worth, the word that has been cut down to almost everybody on the planet. And that is beautiful, what we can fabricate from there on. So the new enterprises will really rise up. And reason for this video is a wake-up call to become alert what the earth plane needs, and that is massive teachers. We are all teachers on our particular level regarding our interest, and your input is massively important. No matter what you do, we can all remember there is something in our life that will always continue to trigger us, because it's so deeply embedded in our skin, in our heart, in our brains, and you encounter it every single second of your life. And it's up to you to recognize it every single second. And when you find that, there is no way stopping you, because that will be the mainstream of power or that is open into your body, through which you come a power plant with the universe, with all and everything that is all there, because we are all eternal beings. Once you acknowledge that, and you know it deep down in your hearts, but it's hard to understand it if you don't feel that vibration, right? So Ascension is all about acknowledging, discovering, and leaving the fear behind for what it was, because that is not life. That is a death penalty. Living fearlessly and claiming your authentic power as an original eternal vibration means we will gather somehow on the same vibration, the same wavelengths as is divinely guided. That's all there is to it. And that is the new golden age, opening new opportunities for everybody to recognize, really recognize and acknowledge and respect the self. And so even if that's new, it's not so new because we wanted it. We've gotten the golden platter of truth. It's a matter of streaming with the rivers that are already loaded into your body. Also, having a job and doing the job you like on the planet is very important. Being paid for it is very important as well. Being very well paid is more important. And extra importance would be being paid not only for your work, being paid for your value, your excellence in that particular department of the job. For example, if one would work in a bureau of architects, we have a general manager, we have a director, we have the inventor creating new materials for new housing. We have a designing, inventing new designs that would put people in a higher vibrational level for this new golden age we are entering. Then we have another level that would be the output of materials, or the construction of materials and how to put it out. When all these people can work together with the highest of their potential, vibrating with the highest level of value, mastery and potential of these other peoples, we have perfection in creation. And that is where we are heading, perfection in creation, and evaluating what we are doing, what we want, and how we are lifting the earth plane with sustainable housing in this particular example. And also that goes together with nature, with natural materials, and how the word is being put out along the general manager, the overseer, and how that coordinates with the other departments, the designer, the inventor, the constructor, and so on. There is so many people in the architectural department, which is very interesting, because if housing doesn't sustain us, if the environment we are going to live in doesn't feed us well, it breaks us down. And so all of that is part of ascension and growing with the ascension movement on Earth, with Earth, with nature, with the elements, with people, with the universe, with all the universe, with the solar system. Everything is important and moving beyond the Pentagon, or what is kept captive through the Google machine, is opening up your Wi-Fi stations in the universe and downloading your own information. That is simple channeling the information you need at a particular time. So how interesting is that going to be if everybody would be interested at least to load the origin of their power, their knowledge, their instincts, their skills especially. It's massively important to remember skills. And so we can co-create and recreate purity on Earth, because that is what Ascension is about. Recreating the purity in the brain, mentality, lifestyles, health, wealth, and of course that would lead to what? To your internal joy and happiness, because without that we get stressed out and do not live. We break down. If we don't live in joy, it creates diseases in our body. So let's lift each other up. Let's open up to new programs. Let's open up to re-education for all ages on the planet. And let's assist the young ones. Let's assist the elderly people that are massively funny and have so much intelligence we or many do not listen to. So here everything that comes together needs together with all ages. So here, those who are willing to re-educate and merging programs together, please let me know. I'm massively interested in that, and how to put that out and bring the fun, the high level vibrations minus any level of density through, because that is going to be worldwide support and will elevate the planet in such a beautiful, beautiful elixir of life, giving life to each other, and so vibrating on eternal streams and never ending flow and joy. Thank you.